What's poppin', my guy?
What's poppin', my guy? How are you doing?
Hey, man, we out here chilling. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How are you on this fine? I don't know what the weather's like over there, but here today is a
It's
bright, sunny.
actually sunny for once in a surprising way.
We ain't
Hey
got
yo, I'm
a
just hey yo, I'm just
we ain't
shitting on
got
the
a
shitty
damn
weather
cloud
you usually have, so I'm just gonna add to it like a little bit, a little bit. But
all
yo, what's
right, all
going
right,
on? It's your boy Javarious and Melvin.
fam. I was gonna take that name today.
No,
I've been planning this for a whole week.
no, Doug. What you
Anyways,
trying to
it's
take
your
my
boy
name for?
Javarius, and apparently also Javarius.
Okay, so Javarious and Javarious, got it.
Yeah, this Javarius and
So what's going
Javarius
on, my
today.
guy? How's your week been?
Hey, bro, it's just been another week.
Did you? You
Yeah,
still
almost
broke?
died. Almost died
You
on
still
Monday.
broke?
Hey, bro, it's getting worse, but I live.
Jeez.
I live. There are only what fucking I don't know how many days are left in the month, but yeah,
Yo, that's
however many
tragic.
days there are left, that's how long I gotta survive. That's how long
Hey,
I have to
dog,
survive.
being broke's a fucking mission. That's all I've gotta
Yo,
say. Like, being broke's a fucking mission.
bro, I wasn't alone, bro. I wasn't alone in this. Like, there was a homeboy in one of the groups that only had fucking $3 in his account, but
Yeah.
all of a sudden, the bank starts giving him money.
Hey, yo, I wish the bank gave me fucking money. Like, this is abusive behavior
Yeah,
that might. Like, I
now
get
I'm alone.
disrespected by every kind of way just to get money taken out of my account, and
Yo,
I do not
oh my
appreciate it.
God, your internet service provider is a dick to
Hey,
you,
my.
fam.
Hey, yo.
Oh yo,
Nah,
that's just
they abuse me
disrespectful.
nicely. They disrespect me on their regular and then tell me to pay money.
Oof.
Like they literally gave us like I told you about this story, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. You told me.
yeah yeah like basically what happened was they put us on hold and then when we actually go through to someone about tech for tech support because the internet wasn't working, we're like, okay, is our internet playing up and like why are you threatening to like turn off our like service when we are nowhere near our credit limit because we our credit limit is to £260 and we were at about 130, nowhere near. And they were just
Fucking
there like,
halfway.
I don't know, sir. Let me send you over to someone else. Just take this number, and
Just
and then
call it, and then we'll help you, sir. We'll help
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, I'll
We'll have
help
all of
you.
this sorted in a jiffy.
Yeah, and then basically we got on hold for an hour. We had to call on my phone to call them back to say what the fuck's going on. Why are we still on hold? And they were like, "Oh, that number doesn't exist. I don't know who gave it you." And I was like, "What?" Like, I was like, "Excuse me, that number doesn't exist." Hey, yo,
Yo, I'm gonna
nah,
keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna
my
keep it a
internet is
buck with you.
disrespectful. No.
That isn't even the best story you've told me, bruh.
Oh, which one was the best one?
The best one was the one where you call it, you hit him up like, yo, I get paid on the 10th. Can we work something out?
Yeah.
They're like, I bet. Pay on the 8th or we shut your shit down.
Yeah, like I literally
Fuck.
called them up like because they were threatening to turn off my service again, broke life. Um, they were like, "Hey, yo, like if you don't pay us, we're sending you like we're gonna shut your shit down." And I was like, "I, well, I get paid on the 10th. Can like so is that fine for you guys?" They're like, "Oh, okay, pay us on the 8th." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna have any money." They're like, "I pay us on the 8th." I'm like, yo, like, are you dumb? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yo, that's just disrespectful, yo.
Hey, yo, like I said, this my like internet provider, like TV provider. Hey, yo, they're just disrespectful for like my existence.
Hey, bro, that was low key us with the fucking power grid back at home. Hey,
Oh yeah.
bro, yo, we spent some like a whole ass week with no power, fam.
Yo.
Cause these niggas was just disrespecting, but like it was like the whole area in general. But then
Okay.
what took it to the max was like it was on a Sunday, right? It was a Sunday. Power went out. Like I decided, yo, you know what? I'm gonna go swim. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go swim. I enjoy the water. We got a swimming pool. Let me go swim. Yo, by the evening, power wasn't back. Niggas are like struggling and shit. And then power comes back to everybody else except us.
Yo.
We're like, nah, fam, what the fuck is this? And it didn't come back for a week. Like niggas hold us, bro. Niggas hold us.
Yo. They
Niggas
just do
hold
not
us, bro.
care about your
They just
existence.
niggas was just violating our fucking existence, bro. It's like, hey, bro, just stop pestering us, yo. Like, you'll get power when you get power, yo. Hey, all right, let's actually let's actually start the podcast, G.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
all
we're
right.
doing that, aren't we?
Yeah. Hey, yo, so what actually happened this week that's like interesting for us to talk about?
Um.
Um,
I
what do you
mean,
want to
do you
talk
wanna?
about?
I mean, let's just go straight to the topics that we do know shit about.
All right.
Um. So yeah, about that boxing match between Dominic Breazeale and Deontay Wilder. Yo, that shit ended quick.
Yo, I didn't even watch that thing. I was planning to, as you know.
My guy, you're
It
the
was
one who got me to watch it. Like you reminded me to watch it, and then didn't turn up.
hey, you know what happens, bro? Disease, bro. Disease. I was in Rome, bro. I was in Rome. Catch disease very nicely in Rome,
My guy, you're just used to
bro.
take. You're just used to catching Z's.
Nah, bro. For the most part, it's fine. But like, hey, I caught disease very nicely in
Like,
Rome twice.
don't
Niggas
get
was
me
trying to
wrong.
watch the
It
Bucks
was a
game.
dope knockout.
I
Like my guy,
died,
like you saw the life leave Brazil. Like,
bro. But that was like a first round knockout. I was like, it ain't even worth it watching in the moment because like it was at
my
4 o'clock
guy,
for me.
4 a.m. It was like 4 a.m. for me, 5
That would
a.m.
have
for
been
you.
5 for me, bro. I saw that the match was at 4. I was like, I bet let me just catch some Z's and I'm gonna wake up and watch this game. Didn't
No, I
happen.
was
Not the game, the fight didn't happen. I woke up in the morning. I saw your message. I was like, oh shit.
no.
Well, I'm a bit of a dick.
No, it was aggressive. Like, did not appreciate
but
that.
then when I, but then I,
Like,
but
no,
then
no.
when I saw that
I'll
it was
say
like
this:
a
it was
first
a
round
dope
knockout, I was like,
knockout. It
I
was
was
a
like,
dope knockout. Like the way this man fell onto the canvas, like he was, like he had to remember that he was fighting in a boxing match. Like he was just not there. He wasn't in the world, dog. He was
yo,
like one of those cartoons where you can see the fucking birds flying around your head.
oh
He was
yeah,
dizzy from.
yo, fucking. Like when I saw that knockout, it really made me think like, was it even really worth it waking up to watch that? Cause like, yo, it's 5 o'clock, yo.
Yeah, no. It was
I
it's
mean, they get it. It
something.
was like a dope knockout, but it's 5 o'clock, my G.
Like my thing is like I understand in the sport if you can get someone out in the first round, get them out in the first round. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
how
yeah.
boxing politics work. It's just about the entertainment of the fans. It's like, ah, he knocked him out. Oh, but I paid all this money to see one round. But that's where the undercards come in. So you still get your tickets worth.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I've actually tried to watch some like live combat sports events, like because there was one I think at the beginning of the month in Rome,
yeah.
but I was fucking poor, so
Oh damn.
yeah. Was it the beginning of this month or was it like like at the end of last month? I don't remember. One of these times that I was in Rome, there was like an MMA fight. I think it was an
Yeah.
MMA fight. Then I was like, I should go check this shit out. And then I just didn't. I went to play basketball and that was that.
Oh my.
My nose is garbage.
No. Like my thing is I mean, with that fight out the way, and then obviously, like AJ will have his fight with, oh shit, was it Aaron Ruiz, or was it Andy Ruiz? Like it was Ruiz, sorry.
Uh,
It
yeah,
was either
something Ruiz.
Aaron or Andy Ruiz. Apologies for not having my facts straight. Haven't really looked up him in a while because he's
And I saw
just.
that Fury as well is looking to finalize the contract for a fight as well.
Oh, is he?
I don't know with who, but because I haven't
I
really been
mean,
paying attention. But I
my
saw
thing
that
is
he's on
like,
some
I
sort
either
of
want the
press run
rematch
currently.
or I want the AJ versus Deontay.
But niggas got to build hype for it beforehand. I mean, there's
Build
already
hype.
hype, but you can still build more hype
Build
with all these
hype.
knockouts and bruh.
Jeez.
But yo, the thing is, like, okay, I don't know too much about boxing. Everything that I know from anime practically. Um,
Oh my
and
god.
watching some fights, and also, yeah, I've been doing a little bit of research, but still, fucking universe, like from a lot of the people that I hear talk about boxing,
Yeah.
fuck, it doesn't seem like, and from also my experience watching the fight between Fury and Wilder. Wilder
Yeah.
isn't really a skilled boxer.
Oh no,
He just
he's
has
not.
power.
He has unbelievable power, and that's what's amazing about him.
Yo, this nigga got chicken legs and it bothers me.
If I remember rightly, trying to remember what his name was. He's the one that no, he's the one who knocked out David Hay like this in their rematch.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who he was. He's one of the up there kind of heavyweights.
Yeah,
Oh, what was it?
I think the first time that I took interest in boxing, which was very mild, was like David Hay versus Klitschko a while back.
I
I think
don't
that was
even
like
remember that myself.
2012. And that was like, what? No, it wasn't 2012. Hey, my timeline is fucking screwed,
Oh,
but like it
Tony
was a
Bellew.
while back.
Tony
Oh,
Bellew.
okay.
He said like he met Deontay Wilder when he like because you know when you put your hand out to shake it and then pull each other in. Apparently he
Yeah.
described it as it was like a praying mantis. His arm, the way his arms wrapped around him. It was. He said it wasn't natural. Uh, like, I remember him saying this, and I was like, "Yo, that is a weird way to describe an individual." But yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's not like from like from a boxing standpoint, he isn't a great boxer. If that
like
makes
you,
sense, like he's got
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's not skill, it's raw power.
yeah. I feel you. I feel you. It's sort of like
I'm not saying that he doesn't have fundamentals. I'm just saying that he relies on his power
yeah.
more more than
It's like
technique.
his power is just so overwhelming that like it's not really that necessary for him to be a great boxer because he can just
Yeah,
rely on that. And also he has like a lot of stamina, so he can do that. Like he can knock a
yeah.
nigga out in
Guys,
any
like
fucking
don't like
round.
the guy's an animal.
Oh yeah, no, I
He's an
get that he's an
animal.
animal. That's for sure. Like that's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Like who do you
Like,
think
would
would
he?
win between AJ and our boy Wilder?
I generally don't know. Like,
Because I've only
my
watched the
my
one
problem is
AJ
I'm
fight that
split
you told me to
between
watch.
like
Like,
my
and I
thing
just
is.
caught it at the end. The
Hmm.
fucking pummeling at the end of the fucking, what was it, sixth round?
Oh, which fight was this?
Which one was the one that you told me to watch? I think it was last year
Was it the
when I was
one between him
still
and Tyson?
no, was it?
Wait, who are you on
Nah,
about? Were you on about
AJ,
Wilder or were you on about AJ?
AJ.
Was it him against Klitschko?
Nah. Klitschko, you
No,
told me
no.
to go watch the highlights. It was like one that was on
No,
at the,
no, no. It's the one where he gave him the beats.
yeah, like it just gave him the beats. Like I think it was like a sixth round or something, and I caught it right
Yeah,
at
no,
the
I
end.
know who it is. I know who it is. Give me a second. Dillian White. It was Dillian White.
Yeah. Dillian
Yeah,
White.
like Dillian White's been getting better. Like he's been getting better, but yeah, AJ gave him a beat down that time.
Oh yeah. Nah, I caught that shit right at the end, and I just caught like, yo, bro, that was so disrespectful. Nigga ain't even get a fresh cut. He just went to fight.
Yeah, no, like you see, he gets fresh cuts for people. He didn't even try for him.
Yo, that's like the ultimate sign of disrespect, yo.
You're not
That's
wrong.
the.
Like, no,
Hey,
that
yeah.
was it was very aggressive. But no, as I say, like I don't know because my problem is I like Wilder and I like AJ.
Uh-huh.
I know people don't like AJ because he doesn't act like himself, but he's trying to sell himself, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah, I feel you,
like
I feel you.
if you're trying to get like more brand deals, sponsorships, and all that, you're not gonna be there cussing, blinding, talking this mad shit, talking like you want to kill someone or add a body count to your boxing career, you know?
I mean, I get it, I get it. Yeah, no, I get it, I get it. Yo, sticking with sports, since that's what we started with. Um, Blazers got swept.
Oh, nicely, yeah.
Yo, but that last game was pretty fucking good. I mean, I didn't watch
Yo,
the overtime. I know you did.
Leonard, where did he come from? Was it Myers Leonard?
Yo, yeah, fucking hell, bro.
Like
Yo,
his existence blew up, and I was like,
yo, that
what?
game was close the whole fucking time. I watched from the second to the fourth, and then I was like, nah, fuck this. Like,
Nah.
yo, but that was a good ass game, yo.
You know who's been
That was
having
a
it?
good game.
Nah, but like they
Yo,
got
Leonard
swept.
lost his
Like,
marbles, dude. He lost his marbles, dude.
yeah, my guy, the way that he was on fire, I was like, could you not? like, could you
25
really?
in the first half, yo.
I remember like Alex tweaked on me a little bit. He was just there like, my guy, like, why don't you want them to like? Why don't you want the Blazers to win? I'm like, my guy, that the Warriors like that. It means if they win now, they would have to win another 3 games to win the series. It wouldn't happen.
Oh yeah.
Golden State's gonna get you out.
Oh no, that's expected. That's expected. The Warriors been dominating the league for fucking 5 years now, as far as
But
I
that's
know.
but that's what I mean. That's why I was like I don't care. But you know what series has been aggressive and I love it.
What?
It's the Warriors. Warriors were against
What?
Blazers. Is it wasn't that really? But the one that I've been like loving every game has to be Bucks Raptors.
Yo, Bucks Raptors is a good series, bro. It is a good series. Yo, the next game's on tonight, right?
Yeah, yeah, we're watching that tonight. Like you
Oh
fucking know that we're
shit.
watching that tonight.
Ah shit.
Ah shit. Here we go again.
Ah shit, yo. Giannis has to perform and get rid of these niggas, bro.
Uh,
Giannis has
My
to
guy,
get
it's
rid
one
of
of
these
them
niggas.
situations. Ah shit. Here we go again.
Oh shit, here we go again. Yo, I'm fucking. Yo, every team that I decided to support during the playoffs decided to disappoint me.
Yeah,
I think I
he
should just
really
be
did.
impartial because every team that I'm like, yo, y'all niggas gotta make it, gets spanked. Fucking
But you,
Celtics got spanked. Rockets got spanked. The
but
fucking
isn't it
Sixers got
interesting though?
spanked. Yo, but
But
that
like,
Sixers series was so nice. Oh my god,
you know what I just
that
find so
series is so
interesting?
nice.
Out
What?
of out of the the playoffs this year, I've been so much more interested in the Eastern Conference playoffs than I have in the West.
Yeah, because fucking the East just got dope.
Yeah, it really did.
Like the East just got very Kawhi moved to the East. LeBron dipped, and it just got very dope. Like it wasn't like a case of like yeah, like while Bron was there, like teams were still dope.
Yeah,
But as soon as he left, it's like a case of like there's a more of like a balance, I guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like there were legitimately four teams that you could see getting there, like getting to the finals.
yeah,
There were like
yeah.
four teams that you could see getting to the finals. In the West, there were two. More like one and a half. We know it was either the Warriors and maybe, just maybe, the Rockets were gonna make it. Just maybe. But as we know, the Rockets, and James Harden, he did his thing. Chris Paul didn't show up.
Hey yo, I told you from like last week I was dreading watching those games. I was dreading watching like the
The
Rockets.
thing
I
is,
just after
dudes
last
got
year when I
spanked
watched
game
them
one and
miss
two. Game
27,
three,
the whole team missing 27 threes in a row. I just can't. I can't. Like it's like a prejudice now. I just can't.
you just
It's
can't.
like
I get you,
nah.
bro. I get you. Nah,
Hey,
but
and speaking of prejudices, hey, the way that fucking Skip has prejudice for Kawhi.
and Braun.
Yeah, but like I'm only speaking about like Kawhi for now
Oh
because
yeah,
like obviously the playoffs are on. But yo, the way that this man is never going to give him fair treatment ever again, like fair criticism,
oh
never
yeah,
again.
never, never,
Like
bro.
not in his lifetime. So that's gonna be a situation.
Bro, like it's gotten so dope that while we watch the games, we're also watching Skip's Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the dopest parts. We just go and look at his fucking Twitter just to see the shit that he's saying. It's too dope.
Exactly, just to go fucking see what dude's talking about.
No, it's honestly I love it. It's one of my favorite pastimes. But when I was from game one, when we watched the books in game one, it looked like he was just a stump, and then in game two, like we were watching it, and like I think that was the game. It was game two where was it game two or game three that like Larry just popped off like seven of eight
Yo,
free like
yo,
three
Lowry's
pointers in a
been
row.
popping off, my guy. Lowry
No, he
has
has
been
been popping off.
popping
But
off.
which game was it where like he made 7 of 8? But I can't remember. I think it was in the fourth quarter at some point. It was
It
like
was
seven
game
of
three,
eight
I think.
free throw. No, not free throws. 3 pointers.
Yeah, I think it was game three.
Was it game three? Hey yo, the way that he popped off, I was like, yo, my guy, relax.
Oh yeah, nah, dude needed to chill.
But no, like it's turned into it turned dope because it turned into a series.
Yeah, it turned into a series, but I didn't want that because I just want to save myself the heartache until the finals.
Hey, yo,
Like it's
it's
not
gonna
even
be
heartache
wild.
actually. It's just I don't want I want to save myself the stress until we get to the finals. Like I didn't want to be
The
fucking stressing
um like even
because
though
I've got
nothing's
so
been
used
said,
to
I
LeBron
definitely do.
blessing me.
I am wary that Kawhi is injured, and I'm like, oh no,
Yo, why
it
is
might be the
everyone?
Raptors.
I get it. Like everyone's playing injured, bro. Fucking yo, you gotta. Even though I give some of these
Like,
niggas
but my
shit.
thing is, like, he hasn't said anything, and that's probably because it's playoffs,
Yeah,
and that's probably why he hasn't said anything because he's like,
yeah,
hey yo, this is my time. Don't fucking talk to me.
yeah,
Like you can see how injured he was when he hit that dunk because he protected himself while he dunked.
yeah. Fucking Dame also had his fucking ribs separated. Apparently,
The
and you can see in his style of play, like it changed a little bit. Like he was being like a little bit more careful with the things that he was deciding to do. Like I
oh
think he was
man,
shooting a little bit more than he was sort of going to the rim, just for the fear of like getting hit.
oh gosh, damn. I
Um,
don't know too much because I didn't really watch that series because I was just not interested in Warriors versus Blazers because I think
yeah,
the
I was.
Blazers did really well, but I think they had no like expectations behind them, so it wasn't like they had pressure.
Yeah, nah, we didn't really plan to watch the series. I think we only watched game one for like the sake of watching it. We're just like,
Yeah,
let's watch it. Since like niggas always talk about watching the games. So I think that's like why we watched game one, and then I think it was what the last game was game four, right? I mean, well, obviously the last game was game four, but the game that we watched was game four.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and I think we just watched game four because well, I couldn't sleep for starters because our sleep schedule is ass, and we're gonna get into that
Hey
later.
yo, that's what the NBA like does to us, my guy. Like it just
Yeah,
abuses our sleep schedule and makes me cry at night. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
in the
bro.
day because that's when I go to sleep.
Yeah, we'll get into that shit later, fam.
It's too much.
Yo, another thing. We gotta talk about fucking. Yo, we gotta talk about Magic Johnson on first take.
Hey yo, the way that he was dodging questions so nicely, I loved it.
Hey, but at the same time, he exposed so much shit.
He really did. Um,
He's exposed
is it?
so much.
I didn't. I saw some. I didn't watch all of the first take clips, but I
I think
did
I
see.
watched all of them.
I didn't watch all of them like you, but didn't he say something about like Rob Pelinka being a bit backstabbing?
Yo, yeah, he went into that. He was like, yo, like I was hearing that Rob, he was going around saying stuff behind my back, stuff that I wouldn't that I didn't like hearing about myself, and like shit got like really serious when I
Oh
started hearing
shit!
that from my friends outside of basketball, and like shit started popping off in the media as well. Like that's when he sort of started getting pissed at Rob for like, yo, like stop saying shit about me, yo. Like scaring like, oh, Magic doesn't work hard enough. Magic, he's never here. He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like,
Yo, what the fuck?
yeah, like holy shit, yo, the dude went into a lot of stuff, but he was dodging a lot of questions, saying, yo, you know what? Like, I'm not a regretful guy. I'm not a spiteful guy.
Oh
And it
no,
was
no, like
like,
he was very much dodging, and that's what I found so amusing.
but obviously there's like a lot of shit that you
And
can't
he
go
talks
into
about
because.
management. I don't have regrets. I'm not really, a regretful guy. I'm very happy to
But
be
he
back
did,
in my own
but I do
business.
appreciate the fact that he said that like he did say that when he went
I'm glad
into
that
it,
he
he was
spoke
told that he would
some.
have. Yeah, he said
Uh,
that he was assured that he would have powers to do what he wanted, but then shit got real. Like he knew something was up when he couldn't fire Luke Walton. Like that's
no, no,
like
no.
the
Like when he's meant to be in control of all basketball operations, and then you don't give him the
the
opportunity to bring in his own coach, is obviously
exactly
that there is some problems. Like
exactly like
there was obviously some problems that needed to be fixed, and obviously he was not happy in his situation and he quit. Simple as.
yeah. Hey, bro, but I think he dodged the shit about the emails because dude was saying, nah, I didn't hear
Hey
of
yo,
any
he was
emails.
dodging and weaving, my guy.
Oh yeah, bro. But yo, I can't imagine just how garbage that must be, bro. Getting CC'd on an email where niggas is talking shit about you, fam.
Jeez, jeez. Oh
Nah, but
my
that's
gosh.
disrespectful, man. That's disrespect. I don't think I've ever been disrespected to that degree.
No,
Oh
that
wait,
shit
nah,
just
wait,
sounds
hold up.
wild.
Nah, to that degree, nah. But I will like at least like it's different when like you hear your mom on a phone call and she's talking shit about you
Yeah.
and you turn to look at her and she's like, "Yeah, nigga, I'm talking shit about you." I appreciate that level of respect, like the common decency to tell me, "Yeah, I'm talking shit about you, nigga."
Oh my gosh. You know when they just do that facial emotion when they're just still talking? Hey, that's
Yeah,
dope.
just to let you know, yeah, nigga, I have no shame in talking shit about you, my G. Like that's what we doing. Yo,
No.
that's fucking disres.
Well,
Oh
since
man,
we're talking about it, I know it's not gonna matter when we post this, but what was your prediction for, game five
yo,
of Raptors
I
Bucks?
I can't give you like an accurate prediction. Well, no,
I'm
obviously I
saying
can't.
I'm not saying
I'm
prediction as in
hoping.
like points. I'm saying like who do
Yeah,
you think's
yeah.
gonna win?
I'm hoping that the Bucks pull out a win. Like the Bucks get their shit straight because, like the last game that we watched was kind of disappointing. Bledsoe wasn't his performance wasn't particularly great. Brogdon's shooting wasn't great. Um, like in Giannis, yeah, Kawhi shut down Giannis low key. Yeah, so I'm hoping
Low
that
key, I think it's pretty high key. Like you could
yeah, he
tell
put the
by like
clamps on, dude. He put the
yeah,
clamps on him.
yeah, yo, that man's hands. Jeez.
Fuck, he put the clamps on Giannis. But hey, I'm hoping that the Bucks will get their shit straight. Um,
Puts the clamps on Yanis, but he's only a complimentary star. Jeez.
not even.
Hey, hey, yo, Skip's wild.
Skip is wild, bro. Like, yo, I don't think like I saw on the Twitter that he's starting to compare fucking Kawhi to LeBron. You
Oh
know, and
my
it's sort of
gosh.
condescending, fucking demeaning way. Like these niggas ain't shit.
Like, my guy isn't even in the playoffs. Why are you still talking about him? Relax.
Hey, bro, blames this dude for everything, bro. Fucking hell. But yeah, I'm hoping that the Bucks are gonna get their shit straight.
Uh, I don't know. I think I'll just go against you. I'll just say Raptors for the sake of just going against you, my guy.
But I will say that is definitely a possibility.
Hey, yo, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Loki up in like Loki up in there, like, yo, I kind of want to watch the Raptors win, just to watch Skip get more stressed. Oh my,
Nah, man, I just want to see Giannis succeed.
damn, it's tragic.
What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Um,
Wait,
do
but
we
yeah,
have
no,
anything else
that's
to talk
that.
about, like in the realm of sports?
I'm just still trying to think. I was just gonna say, yeah, that's tragic for Yanis because I don't really like voting against these teams because I like both of them. That's been my biggest problem with the East recently, because I like the Sixers, I liked the Raptors, and I liked the Bucks, and I also like the Celtics. And I was like, fuck, who do I support? Who who do I like?
Yeah, nah. I keep picking teams and they keep getting fucking spanked, and it's sad. Really, it's sad.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When
It
that
just is.
situation was coming up with Kyrie saying I should have shot 5 instead of 20, hey yo, that man needed to sit down.
Yo, Kyrie
Like,
needed to fucking chill, bro. Like this dude has
like
been wilding lately, bro. He was saying
well,
some
he
really out
was
of
he
pocket
was
shit.
wilding when he was still in the playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah, he. That's what I'm saying. He was wilding, bro. Like this whole season, dude's been fucking wilding,
yeah, my man had an attitude. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Kyrie, and you know I do. Like, I love like his handles. Oh my god. But no, honestly, his behavior was wild, and I think they just proved that he's not the best leader because he
Yeah,
couldn't even get
perhaps.
anyone
Yeah,
to rally. Like, the team didn't exactly rally around him, did it?
yeah. But then again, I will say there's some niggas that forgot how to play basketball.
Oh no, very nicely. Like, I don't understand what happened to Jason Tatum.
Kobe happened.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but Kobe happened to Giannis. How's that working?
Kobe also happened to Kyrie, but we don't know what the situation is.
Okay, for a point.
But Kobe also happened to fucking Donovan Mitchell. He ain't do
Yikes.
too good either.
But no,
Yo, did you see those videos of Kobe's daughters bawling, bro? Fuck.
no, I haven't. Like, are they dope?
Yo, they were bawling, bro. They're dope. Yo, like I only saw highlights. Like I didn't see it within the context of a full game, but it looked like, let's say you put fucking let's say you put fucking Kyrie at his best,
Yeah.
playing against like some high school niggas. I'm not
Like,
talking about like the top high school nigga teams, like not the
you're
Chino
just talking
Hills and the
about
Spire
like a
Academies. Just
random picture. Like a
I'm talking
random.
about like let's talk about like secondary school. Yeah, secondary school. Let's put like Kyrie against some fucking grade sevens. It looked like that.
Yikes.
It looked like fucking was hitting threes like it's nothing. Spin moves to the basket. I'm like, yo,
Yo,
chill.
fucking hell.
That's the
No,
younger
that's
one. She's
wild.
13 and she's doing that. I'm like, yo, that's fucking fire, my G. All right. All right. So we done talking about
But
sports?
I'd say I don't know. It's just been a bit of a slow week, hasn't it?
Yeah, in terms of everything else, it's been a slow ass week, but yeah, but I think like with sports, I think we're like done for now. So
I mean, I
uh
can't. I'm just trying to think. Do I know if there's anything else really happened this week? No,
well
not sports
rather
wise. No,
and
we've talked about boxing. We've talked about we've talked
Sports
about.
wise, I think we're done. So let me let
Yeah,
me
I
let me
mean,
tell, let me hit you with a fact right quick. Let me hit you with a
oh,
fact right quick.
real quick fact, yeah.
Yeah, a little quick fact. It's like a little short one,
Aye,
like
aye,
like pretty
aye,
simple shit. Did you
aye.
know that humans are the only animals with chins?
With chins.
Yeah, on all other animals, it's called a mandible because like a chin protrudes.
Wait, so not even like apes or monkeys
No,
have chins?
still a mandible.
Fuck, wild.
Yeah,
Don't know what to
I
say to
actually
that, so
learned
I'm just
that.
gonna say,
Yeah.
yo, wild. I don't know what to say to that.
Yo, this shit is all about all my facts today are about biology, my nigga.
Yo, hey,
All
yo, it's gonna
right.
get wild.
Let's move
I
into some
know.
shit that happened this week that you might not be interested in, but I'm definitely interested in because
Like,
I fuck with like tech and shit, like especially phones.
okay, I'm
Um,
gonna zone out very nicely. Let's do this.
yeah, let's do this shit. So basically, what happened in the U.S. Fucking this nigga Donald Trump signed an executive order to prevent Huawei, the phone company. They're like Huawei's like the second biggest phone company in the world currently.
Shit.
um like only behind Samsung, and they're actually like about like they were pretty fucking close to taking first place. So yeah, Donald Trump signed an executive order to prevent Huawei from doing business with any American companies, um and selling their products in the US. So Huawei, they've been dropping some fire ass phones. If niggas are into tech, like niggas know Huawei has been dropping some fire ass phones, like the P30 Pro, the Mate Pro. Yo, these phones are fucking dope. And the reason why this is like so important, why it's a topic of discussion for me, is because because Huawei, okay, so because they can't make they can't do business with American owned companies, it means that they can't do business with Google. So no more Android, right? For them, they can't have the operating system,
Damn.
and a lot of the parts that they use on their phones, like the processor, like they use a Snapdragon 855 processor and shit like that, Adreno and whatnot. Those are like American companies as well. So some of the parts they won't be able to get. Gorilla Glass, which is like the glass on every phone, pretty much.
Oh,
Um,
yikes.
they can't get that either anymore, and like yeah. So I mean, the company does have a stockpile of like a lot of parts like for like 3 months, but they're gonna get like Android updates for like the next 3 months, and then after that it's wraps, like it's wraps, unless they can
It's
reverse
red.
the executive order, it is fucking wraps. Um, and another thing is Huawei has also been making very very dope fucking laptops, like they've been making very dope notebooks, and Windows is also an American owned company, so no more Windows for
I.
them. Fucking uh, yeah, they can't. They're in
So
a bit of a
basically, they're
pickle.
just fucked, my guy.
They're really just fucked. Like even if they could come up with another operating system for their phones and computers, it's very difficult for it to take off, right? Because like
Yeah.
people, we tend to stick to what we're used to,
Oh, yeah.
right? So
You
like
stick to the norm.
yeah, you have the app store on your phone, you're gonna stick with that. Like you're gonna stick to the app stores that you know, right? Like you're not like gonna switch to anything new, Like you're gonna switch to something. If you're gonna switch to something, you're gonna switch to something that ah, yeah, this shit is reliable. But you're
Oh,
not
yeah.
just gonna trust something new. So coming up with the app store is it's kind of fucked. And also, even if they managed to like get an app store, they couldn't get like a lot of the fucking apps that we use. So like the Instagrams, Facebooks, Snapchats, and all those apps, they would not be able to use those apps on their fucking app stores. So yo,
Oh my god, they just
They
sound like
were
they're new levels of fucked. All that
yo.
stuff, like the processes, all those descriptions, I had no idea what you'll get, like what you were talking about, but I'm getting the gist of it. But yo, they just sound like they're on new levels
I
of
think with like
fucked.
the processors they're not as fucked because they also make their own processors,
That's what I
right?
mean. The
So like
processes bit I did not understand because I don't know what the
yeah,
difference is because I'm not really a tech guy.
yeah. So most like flagship phones, so like my phone, like the Samsungs, like the bigger phones have a Snapdragon processor, right? Like that's the fucking brand that they use. But a lot of companies also make their own processors. So like Apple has their own processors, like they have the A12 Bionic chip. Fucking Samsung also has their own chip that they use on some phones. So Huawei, in
Good.
terms of like the processors, are not really fucked. But in
Hmm.
terms of the operating system, that's where they're fucked.
That's a yikes.
That's where they're fucked. And they were like the second biggest company, coming very quickly. Like they were like really close to becoming first. Like they were really fucking close to becoming first. And this whole shit is actually happening because, as you may or may not know, Huawei it's a Chinese company,
No.
and yeah, so the U.S. There's like a lot of speculation that China is using their brands to sort of infiltrate the U.S. and spy on them, especially since like they're fucking tech companies and shit. So since that shit was signed, uh, yeah, Huawei's fucked.
Yeah, no, like they just sound like they're on new levels of fucked.
They
And
are on
now
new
I'm like,
levels of fucked, bro.
and I'm just here like, yo, it's reps,
I've been sort of kind of following this shit going on.
like semi
Um,
following.
Semi following. I think it might also happen in Canada. I'm not too fucking
Oh
sure.
my,
But yo, I didn't realize just how fucked they were gonna be, bro. I just assumed it's like, okay, yeah, they're just not gonna be able to sell their shit in the US. I didn't realize that it's something like, yo, you can't use any of our companies, bro. Like,
you know when they're gonna get their illegal deeds, like illegally shimmy or like the shits that I need done, please.
yeah, like I thought it was gonna be like I
I
thought it was
ain't
gonna
got
be like a
nothing. My
case of like
company's falling apart.
yo, I thought it was just gonna be some shit like, yeah, nigga, you can't sell your shit here. I bet niggas is just gonna go on
Like,
the internet and buy a fucking Huawei phone, or they're gonna go like out and buy a fucking Huawei phone, and they're still gonna have like, it's they're still gonna be making dope phones. Hardware, not an issue. Software, that's the fucking issue.
oh
But
man,
hey, nah, I just wanted to let you know about that. No, it may not even interest you. It was just something that I found interesting.
not like you know, like the more you know is one of them situations.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, you know what I've found myself doing very much recently.
What did
I don't
he
know why.
cut?
I've been on this nostalgia fest of fucking cartoons, like old shows that I used to watch, all that kind of shit.
Yo, I feel that. I've been waiting to hop on that nostalgia fest for a minute. Like I've hopped on a few before. What did I watch? I watched as a Nettie. Like, cause I have like a bunch of these old cartoons downloaded, but I need to find the courage to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Hey
cause that
yo,
shit is fucking
that
terrifying.
show was wild. Like
What the
that was
fuck
no,
did they?
you know it's wild when they're playing it on Cartoon Network at 3 a.m.
Yo, yo, that era of cartoons was just fucking wild, bruh. Like
It really was.
the shit that they were dropping on the tail end of the '90s was fucking wild,
But
bruh.
but I'm gonna tell you that some of the '90s were dope. Like one of my series I grew up to was Spider-Man the animated series.
Yeah,
Shit,
I had a
the night
VHS tape
the
for one of those episodes,
no
and I
my
abused. It was the fucking the fucking lizard episode.
oh listen.
Yeah, I abused that
Like
fucking
I'm not
tape,
gonna lie to
yo.
you. Like I watched key parts. Like I didn't watch the whole series. The only whole season that I watched was series 5, the last one. But I
Yeah.
kind of picked and popped. The ones that I went to look for is when he mutated into the full spider.
Yes, that's like where I stopped actually because they were
Uh,
streaming that on Disney in 2013, I think
yeah,
2012, 2013. That's when like they were streaming it on Disney again. So I actually got to watch some of that and I really enjoyed it. Like, and I'm still gonna rewatch it.
like they had Craven the Hunter come down and hold him, and the Punisher were holding him
Yeah.
down while they injected him, and that's how he turned back. But hey, yo, that shit was wild. Like the way that seeing him transform, it was like, yo,
You know another one that like another one that I rewatched while I was on my nostalgia trip. It
what,
was fucking Batman Beyond.
yo, that one
That
was dope
shit,
as well.
that
I
shit
haven't.
was
I
fucking
need to go
dope.
look at that shit again because I remember that because that's where he had Batgirl and Robin, wasn't it?
It was the one where like Bruce Wayne's already old and some dude stumbles like across his crib and
Oh! You're on about like the futuristic one.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I was still thinking about when it was Bruce and then he had a Robin and a Batgirl.
No,
Maybe I think he was just called Batman or just something like that.
Batman the animated series, I think.
Oh yeah, like yeah, I think that's exactly it. That
Yeah.
one was dope.
Yeah, fucking Batman
It was
Beyond
the
was
one where
fucking
like
dope.
it was the one where the Joker had very long green hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Another very dope one was Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Like the
At
key
first,
episode that I remember from that Batman animated series, which was really dope and is one of my favorite ones. It was where him, Batgirl, and Robin thought they were the only ones that weren't infected by this zombie plague or virus or whatever. And then they were like, and then slowly, like I think it was Robin or Batgirl got took first, and then he like fucking Batman's in seclusion, and all of these zombie guys are trying to come after him, and he when he loses, it turns out it was an illusion by it was an it was all illusion because he was under the influence of the gas,
sorry?
which he thought the gas was hit everyone else, not him. So he saw everyone else as zombies. So that was just a wild episode. It was all an illusion, and like basically he was actually hit with the gas where he thought everyone else was hit with the gas. Such a dope episode.
Oh yeah.
No, I will say with like with Spider-Man, he was the one I more so grew up with, like when
Oh
I was
yeah.
growing up.
Yo,
So that's a
Spider-Man has
definite.
been my favorite superhero forever, bro.
I do want to ask you something because you like Spider-Man to the extent that you did read the comics. So it makes me a bit
Yeah.
curious. Do you have like a favorite Spider-Man?
Do I have a favorite Spider-Man? Okay,
Yeah.
so the comics that I read for Spider-Man were the Superior Spider-Man. I read part of Spider-Man 2099 and I read Spider-Gwen. Those are the ones that I read. Um, Obviously, because
So
I'm a
if
boring ass
I
nigga, I like Spider-Man from Earth 616, main guy. Oh, I also really fuck with Miles Morales, bro. Yo, I've been hyped, yo, my nigga, I've been hyped for Miles Morales to get his own shit since I found
yeah.
out of his existence. I think it was like in 2014 that I found out about him. And I was like, yo, there's a black Spider-Man. Yo, let me check this nigga out. Yo, this nigga seems kind of dope, yo. Yo, I will say though, like, the thing is, the thing is, with Spider-Man, um, because you start paying attention to them because you start paying attention to comic books mostly because of like movies and stuff.
Yep.
Um, like the Spider-Man movies have never had like a true adaptation of any particular Spider-Man. They've always just sort of had an amalgamation of like Spider-Man from Earth 616 and Spider-Man from the Ultimate Universe.
I will
So
say just to
like it always just
correct me if
blends
I'm
them.
wrong, but if I'm right, I believe Superior Spider-Man. Well, I'm not a guy who reads comics, but if I remember rightly from what I heard, Superior Spider-Man is when his brain was switched with Doctor Octopus.
Yeah, it was at the end of it happened at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man run. I think it was like issue 700. So I think it was issue 692 or something. I'm probably very wrong here because I didn't actually read it. I had to like look at like recaps on like YouTube from like
Oh damn.
those comic people. Um, yeah, there was like the switch, and then Spider-Man died in issue 700 in Doc Ock's body, and then the Superior Spider-Man started, and it was I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I
I will
enjoyed it.
say I'm a bit curious that did Peter ever get his own body back?
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, he
He did.
did.
Superior
Oh,
Spider-Man ran
Scoochie.
for 31 issues. Yo, it was like what they kept doing is like in the Superior Spider-Man, like there was like still a bit of Peter's consciousness left in his own body, even though Doc Ock was in there, and Doc Ock killed
Yeah.
him, and then he came back again, and
He wasn't going anywhere, basically.
and then Doc Ock was like, "Hey man, I done screwed your shit up, my G. Like, just take your body back." And Peter
Like,
killed him, and then Doc Ock came back in this new run of the Amazing Spider-Man, like with like some Peter Parker clones, and he took over. Hey, yeah, this is comic books are complicated, yo.
no, because there's this other. I remember this other series in the Spider-Man like comics that I remember it got retconned or something. I just remember everyone was outraged. It was like Norman Osborn fucking like gave like Gwen Stacy like the fucking pipe. Like he
Yo,
fucked her, got her pregnant, had them kids, and she made her have his kids. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
they've retconned a lot of shit. Like, there's this one storyline where Aunt May died, and Peter fucking traded his marriage, like, did a deal with the devil to trade his marriage to get Aunt May back. And people were
The
fucking
devil.
furious. I think it was the devil. I didn't actually read it. I've only like heard of these.
But why would you get what? Hey yo, my
I don't
guy.
know, bruh.
Like, no offense, but she's not gonna live long anyway. How old is Aunt May?
Exactly.
She's gonna pass of
Exactly.
natural courses anyway.
Yeah. She's gonna die again, yo. Like, she was already old, bruh. Like, shit, bruh.
And I know
People
what
were
you were
fucking
saying.
furious.
Yo, that sounds wild. I know another one was let's go into the movies. Which movie do you felt betrayed Spider-Man the best?
Which one portrayed him the best? I'm inclined to say it was the first trilogy, or more specifically the first movie, because like that was like really my sort of introduction to it. I mean, I already had like the
Yeah.
tapes from before, but that's like the origin story that I know. But even that was like an amalgamation of like some aspects from the Ultimate Universe and from like Earth 616. Also, now that I look back on it, none of those niggas should have been in high school. They were all grown as fuck, bro. They looked old as shit. um, the Amazing Spider-Man was not great. I didn't love it, but it wasn't garbage. It was. I didn't like that Spider-Man. I mean that Peter Parker. The Spider-Man was fine, but the Peter Parker was garbage, in my opinion. Like it just
Oh, okay.
didn't really like. Yeah, it just
Wait, we're on
it
about
wasn't it
Amazing
wasn't great.
Spider-Man.
So I sort of just pretend that
Wait,
didn't
wait, no, no,
exist.
like you're on about the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, like fucking Andrew
Yeah,
Garfield. I sort of pretend that
yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
exist.
No, no, I get you. I get you.
Except for that one scene in oh yo, they fucked Electro up, sort of. He did look kind of cool though, rather than the fucking yellow suit. But I'll never forget that one scene where like one of the like final scenes where Electro and fucking Spidey were fighting, and then Spidey just shouts, "I hate this song." I don't know if you remember it.
My,
Like
I don't know.
they
It
were
might be a
fighting in the
mental
fucking
block. I just try
electricity.
not to remember the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
know,
that shit was
I
too
know, I
intense.
understand. Like my only thing is, I understand it gets unnecessary amounts of hate with
Yeah, it's Yeah,
Like it gets a necessary amount of hate. Like it shouldn't get as much hate as it does. But I understand the problems because people liked the nerdy Peter Parker, but to be honest, like,
exactly.
and I understand that people don't like Andrew Garfield's like Peter Parker because it was too cool to be Peter Parker. But you
Yeah, it
gotta
just
remember, even in the comics, he didn't. He kind of stopped being that nerdy guy when he got these gifts. Like,
yeah, but I mean, he was still
I mean,
kind
I
of the
don't know.
nerdy
I don't
guy, but
read the
like,
comics. I'm
yeah,
just guessing.
he was still that nerdy guy. The thing is, okay, I for example, when I watch movies, like when I go to watch these superhero movies, like the MCU and the DCU, I try
Yeah.
not to have that bias of a comic book fan. Like I'm just gonna go watch a movie and enjoy it for it being a movie. Even though I tend to be like overly critical of shit, like I'll look really deep into it. Like you've seen me talk about this shit. Like I get into shit. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
get into shit. I get into
for
shit, but I
sure.
try I try not to be like super like, oh man, no, that's not how it happened in the comics. If I enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Like you
Yeah,
just let them
perhaps.
be their separate thing.
Yeah, yeah. For example, what they're doing now with Tom Holland, I love it. Like they took a lot of shit from Miles Morales, and I'm enjoying these movies. Like Peter feels like Peter. Like he feels like a relatable dude. You know, like,
Yeah.
and with his best friend, the fat Asian nigga, who's just fucking stolen from Miles Morales. Yeah, like I'm enjoying it. Like I don't have any complaints there. Like I'm like, as long as like they make a good movie, I can enjoy it. Like you can mix and mash whatever you want, just as long as it makes sense. I'm not trying to get stressed out over fucking trivial shit like that. Like I'll read the comics and enjoy them. I'll watch the movies and enjoy them. I'm actually trying to get back into reading comic books, but like
I know you told me that about like
I'm
yeah,
broke.
was it? You told me like a week or two ago that you're like thinking about getting back into it.
Yeah, I'm trying
Um,
to finish the fucking Spider Gwen series. I think it's like on issue 33, 34
I
now.
will
I'm
say,
behind, bro. I stopped on issue
I
4.
will say, like I'm glad that what I was talking about was retcon because it's kind of weird thinking about Norman Osborn giving Gwen Stacy the pipe.
Oh yeah, that's fucking weird. That is fucking weird. One thing that I
I
still
will. I
find
do
kind
want
of
to ask
funny
because
to
you
this
brought it up
day.
again as well. Sorry to cut you off, like because
No,
you
no, no, go on,
brought
go
it
on.
up. Can you explain Spider Gwen to me? Because from what I remember, obviously, because I grew up watching the show, like that we were talking about earlier, the Spider-Man animated series. Um, like I'm used to Gwen Stacy being the Black Cat, so explain that shit to me.
Gwen Stacy, Spider Gwen, she's from a different universe. Also, the Black Cat is like someone else. Um, I don't
Yikes!
remember the Black Cat in the show that well. I need to rewatch the show. It's been
In
fucking long.
if you're on about the
But
animated series show, like she's Gwen Stacy's the Black Cat.
okay. Gwen Stacy, she's from another universe. The story's different. She's
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy. She knows she's in a band. She plays music. Yada yada yada. She has this best friend called Peter Parker, and he just, he was getting like severely bullied, and he becomes the Lizard. Like he starts taking shit to become the Lizard, and he gets shot and died. Okay, let's just say he died. I'm not. Yeah, he died. He
That's
died,
a
and
yikes.
then yeah, Gwen, she sort of fucking cut herself off from like the fucking universe and, became Spider Man, got bitten by a radioactive spider. You know how it goes. Oh, you should also watch
You
Into the
could.
Spider Verse. That movie
You know
is
what? You
fucking
could.
great.
Yeah, I'll watch that at some point. I've been meaning to.
Yo, it's fucking. Yo, I'll email it to you if you want, bro. I'll email you that movie, my G.
No, because we watch stuff, everything legally because we're good guys. Shit, yeah.
I'll email you the movie that I got legally.
Hey, dog. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The movie that you got by legal means. Love
Yes,
that.
by completely legal. Yeah.
Love
Yo, I fucking love that movie, man. Like I've already watched it twice. I'm gonna watch it another two times probably before the year ends. Yo,
Uh, and yeah, I will
fuck
say, you know what's dope?
what?
I saw we got like, I'm glad to see that we got a fucking subscriber on YouTube.
Yeah. We got one subscriber that isn't me.
You don't understand, like, yeah, like that was so gas. Just seeing someone that actually was like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
bruh.
yo, I was up to you, my guy," and I'm like, "Hey, thank you, my guy."
Exactly, bruh. That's fucking beautiful. We don't know if nigga will actually listen, but still.
You
Yo,
dope.
um, next episode perhaps. I don't know. We like if there's nothing going on in the week again, we should definitely sort of rank some cartoons
I mean, maybe might be an idea.
as
Either that, we just
definitely in
talk
the
about.
fucking.
It's either that we can talk about also games that we like to play and shit, or
Oh yeah, for sure, for
sports,
sure, for
or
sure, for
sports
sure.
experiences, whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, you know some other cartoons that I've already rewatched several fucking times? I
Which
think the
ones?
cartoon that I've watched the most times in my life is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Like I say, I still haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. Like,
Bro,
I watched it
stop
as a
whatever you're
kid. I
doing.
watched. Listen. I watched it as a kid, but I didn't watch it seriously. Seriously.
Bro, I've watched that cartoon three or four times. I'm about to watch it again before the year ends. Alex and I have a tradition. We watch both Avatar shows once a year, every fucking year, because they're just that great.
Oh my god.
They are just that. Now you need to hop on that, bro.
I think the
You need
furthest I
to.
got is that he got to the Earth place, and then like he got the blind girl, and then that's as far as
No.
my knowledge went.
Oh, no, you need to watch that show, bro. Like it's like universally considered like the greatest cartoon of all time. Well, one of like universally considered like shit.
It's not
Like if
gonna.
niggas is into cartoons, like they if you tell them, yo, Avatar's the GOAT, niggas won't fight. They'll be
I
like,
mean,
I get you. Like I won't
it's
refute
not
that.
that deep. It's not that deep. I will watch it, like,
Must
but
watch, bro. Must watch.
must
I'm gonna
watch.
rewatch
Like,
it. I'm gonna rewatch it.
well, it's that time again anyway for another fact before we dip.
Yeah. I also got one that I wanna. Yo, you got something?
Hmm?
You got something?
No, before you hit me with the biology facts,
Alright,
my guy.
alright. I'm hitting you with the fucking biology today, nigga. Did you know
Oh
that,
shit! Oh shit!
bro? I'm not fucking. I get
My
very
man's
bored.
gassed.
Yo, did you know that your fingernails on average grow faster than your toenails?
Are you fucking eyeing me after I just had
And
toe surgery?
no, not even, not even. I thought about it, but not even. Just in
Like,
general, it's a
you
fact.
literally just say that after I had my toenail removed during surgery. You're a madness.
Oh, and also another just little tidbit about that. Your
Yep.
fingernails tend to grow. No one knows why. They tend to grow faster on your dominant hand. So like on the hand that you write with, like they tend to grow faster for no good reason.
That sounds wild.
It's fucking weird. I wouldn't imagine that would ever be the case. It makes no sense whatsoever. But
What?
yeah, I got some other shit written down, but we can leave that for like another episode.
No, am I good?
Yeah, we can
Well,
leave that for another episode. But yeah, I think it's like time to head out,
no.
right?
Yeah, it's been time together. It's time to head out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo,
we've hit
this
we've
been
hit our
another
mark.
episode. Yeah, this has been another episode. Thanks for listening. Thanks for catching.
So yeah, it came to me when I was editing that Black Cat isn't Gwen Stacy, it's actually Felicia Hardy. So yikes, and yeah.